Have you ever felt that nostalgic thrill of seeing a tiny machine that feels like it has the power of a giant monster? Have you imagined crossing a fluffy snowfield without worrying about getting stuck, gliding as if you were in an action movie? We grow up dreaming of vehicles capable of conquering any frozen terrain, and engineering has never stopped surprising us. Now think about this. What's better, riding a regular snowmobile or having in your hands a mini tank that devours snow? Tough choice, right? Get ready, because today we're going on a journey through the most insane off-road mini snow vehicles you've ever seen. Machines that combine fun, power, and boldness in compact versions that fit in trailers, garages, and even your backyard, but face winter like true giants. Ready to see everything from homemade builds to futuristic snow carts that look straight out of a video game? Stick around, because number one on this list will make you want to drop everything and go buy one right now. Pel Mini3. We start with a rarity born in Russia, one of the harshest places when it comes to snow and ice. The Pel Mini3 is a mini snow vehicle that looks like it came straight out of an Arctic research base. It was designed for fast transport in frozen areas where traditional snowmobiles just don't cut it. This little beast is powered by a 2-cylinder engine with around 300 cc, delivering roughly 25 horsepower. That may sound small on paper, but thanks to its lightweight chassis and wide tracks, it glides effortlessly over any snowy surface. Visually, it has that rugged Soviet-inspired look, with simple lines, a robust metallic body treated against rust, and suspension tuned to absorb bumps on frozen terrain. The track system provides incredible grip, even when climbing steep, snowy hills, making it perfect for patrols and remote expeditions. Hunters and rescue teams have used it during snow emergencies, mainly because it can easily be transported in the bed of a pickup truck. Many of these are still running in Siberia today, with modern upgrades added by enthusiasts. Impressed by the Pel Mini3? Hold on, because the next one is even more curious and fun. Teleart. The Teleart is basically a snow cart, something that looks like a toy, but turns deadly serious when you fire up the engine. Originally developed in Eastern Europe for fun on frozen lakes, it quickly gained fans all over the world. It uses a compact 4-cylinder engine with about 350 cc, producing 30 horsepower. With its lightweight, tubular frame and minimal body panels, it has explosive acceleration and carves through snow with ease, throwing up white powder like an action movie chase scene. One thing that stands out is the driver's position. You're seated low to the ground with precise steering and independent suspension that keeps you in control even on bunky snow. It has rear-wheel drive with small tank-like tracks at the back. Besides pure fun, some driving schools in Nordic countries use the Teleart to train drivers on icy conditions. Some custom builds pack up to 50 horsepower, making them faster than many asphalt go-karts. Cool little machine, right? Hang on, because next up is practically a paintball turret on tracks. Mini Paintball Tank. If you're into paintball, imagine having an actual mini tank built for snow battles. This wild invention came from the United States, dreamed up by extreme sports fans who wanted something more thrilling than just running from tree to tree. It packs a 4-cylinder engine with around 400 cc, pumping out 40 horsepower. The aluminum armored body has a small cabin for 1 or 2 players topped with a rotating paintball gun turret. The look is insane, with chunky tracks chewing through snow, the engine roaring across the field, and that adrenaline rush of piloting a tiny battlefield machine. Despite being built for fun, it can climb snow mounds and traverse frozen terrain effortlessly. It became so popular that adventure parks in Canada and Finland started offering rentals of customized versions. There are even stories of private parties where the mini paintball tank stole the show, thrilling both kids and adults. Sounds fun? Wait until you see the next one, a glimpse of the future. Zezel. Straight from Austria, the Zezel is one of the most high-tech mini off-road snow vehicles ever built. It was designed for accessibility and extreme winter sports, allowing people with reduced mobility to experience snowy adventures like never before. It's fully electric, delivering 35 instant horsepower, controlled with a simple joystick. The reinforced chassis, independent suspension, and wide tracks keep it stable even in deep powder or rough terrain. Visually, it's like a futuristic armchair crossed with a mini tank. You sit comfortably with a wide field of vision and no need for pedals or steering wheels. This simplicity made a huge impact in adaptive snow sports, letting people who could never handle a traditional snowmobile enjoy the thrill of snow driving. Despite its small size, it's got serious strength, capable of towing sleds or ski gear and climbing steep snowy hills with ease. It became iconic after viral videos showed it rescuing stranded snowmobiles. Loving this? Then hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because next we're going for a mini tank with a giant name. Goliath Tank. Few names command as much respect as this one, Goliath Tank. Back in World War II, Germany developed a remote-controlled mini-tank called the Goliath, designed to carry explosives and demolish enemy fortifications. It was small, nimble, and looked like a toy, but it was made for war. Decades later, off-road enthusiasts took inspiration from this historic machine to create modern weapon-free versions meant purely for winter fun and rugged adventures. These civilian adaptations kept the robust Goliath look, but swapped in 4-stroke engines of around 600cc, pushing 50 horsepower. For snow use, they were upgraded with wide tracks for floating over powder, reinforced suspension, and lightweight steel frames. Driving one feels like piloting a miniature armored vehicle, compact, powerful, and surprisingly easy to transport. The roar of the engine and the sight of tracks tearing through snow bring a mix of World War II nostalgia and modern thrill. Some collectors even paint them in classic camouflage, though their purpose is completely recreational, perfect for winter trails and expeditions. There are stories of Goliath-inspired prototypes hauling supplies to isolated cabins during heavy snowstorms, proving how this wartime concept was reborn as a tool for adventure. Think that's wild? The next entry isn't from a factory at all. It's pure homegrown ingenuity. Homemade snow vehicle. Now it's time for raw creativity. This is a perfect example of how a passion for winter adventure can turn into unique machines. This homemade build is a true garage masterpiece, built for those who aren't satisfied with store-bought rides and decide to craft their own mini snow tank. Its tubular steel frame is hand-welded with independent front suspension, featuring exposed springs and a dual-track setup that bites into soft snow. Powered by a 4-stroke engine in the 300 to 400cc range, it has enough punch to climb hills and tackle narrow trails with ease. Visually, it stands out with its row of small support wheels under each track, reminiscent of military tank bogies, keeping everything aligned. Up front, it has a metal bumper and a single headlight, ready for nighttime snow runs. The handlebars are motorcycle style for simple steering. That's the beauty of homemade machines. Every detail is built for function, not showroom aesthetics. The sound of the engine mixed with tracks shredding snow gives a raw, untamed feel, as if you're riding pure mechanical grit. These DIY builds have popped up in Russian and Canadian builder communities, where enthusiasts swap parts and ideas to push their projects further. Some are made just for fun, while others serve as supply haulers for remote snowy regions. Riding a homemade snow vehicle isn't just driving, it's living that adrenaline-pumping experience where every weld and bolt translates into raw winter power. Pretty impressive, right? Buckle up, because next is a historic classic that still turns heads today. Atex 450. We're traveling back to the 1970s to talk about a legendary amphibious vehicle that also conquered snowy trails. The Atex 450. Made in the United States during the golden era of off-road exploration, it was designed to handle mud, sand, and of course ice and snow. It runs on a 2-cylinder engine with 450cc, pushing 35 horsepower. Unlike others on this list, It doesn't rely solely on tracks. Instead, it uses 6 balloon tires that can be fitted with chains or converted into mini tracks for extra traction on snow. The look is retro, with a fiberglass body, space for multiple passengers, and that distinct 70s engine sound reminiscent of old motorcycles. Its simple suspension and lightweight let it glide across frozen ground without sinking. The Atex 450 made history in off-road expeditions and even rescue missions on frozen lakes. Today, collectors restore these machines for classic vehicle rallies, and some still appear at winter events in the United States, proving their timeless appeal. Feeling that retro vibe? Hit subscribe and ring the bell, because the next one is all about sleek, modern efficiency. Envo Snow Kart. The Envo Snow Kart is one of the smartest vehicles on this list, bringing classic go-kart fun into the snow with cutting-edge technology. Developed in Canada, a winter engineering powerhouse, it's designed for both pure fun and quick transport around ski resorts and frozen terrain. It's fully electric, delivering 30 horsepower with instant torque and whisper-quiet operation. Its ultra-light aluminum chassis and rear tracks provide flawless traction even in deep snow. Driving it is a unique thrill. The near-silent motor contrasts with snow spraying everywhere as you whip around corners. The steering is razor-sharp, like a race cart, while independent suspension keeps it planted on icy terrain. It's become a hit at ski resorts across Canada and Europe, used for patrol duties, quick shuttles, and impromptu snow kart races. Some winter festivals even set up full snow circuits just for Envo racing events. After the modern and whisper-quiet technology of the Envo Snow Kart, it's time to step back in time and meet a true relic that defined generations. Yamaha Snow Scoot 80. Now we enter classic territory. Japanese giant Yamaha launched the Snow Scoot 80 in the 1980s, and it quickly became an icon of mini snowmobiles. Compact, light, and beginner-friendly, it was aimed at younger riders, but soon became popular with adults seeking nimble winter rides. Its 2-stroke 80cc engine delivers 8 horsepower. Modest on paper, but thanks to its lightweight frame and efficient track drive, it handles snowy trails with surprising agility, going where bigger machines can't. The Snow Scoot looks like a scaled-down snowmobile with simple handlebars, single seat, dual front skis, and a rear track. Its engine sound is pure nostalgia for anyone who learned to ride in the snow on one of these. Culturally, it's huge. Collectors still restore vintage snow scoots, and some resorts run updated versions for winter rentals, keeping this tiny Japanese legend alive decades later. Take a deep breath, because the final entry is pure adrenaline and claims the top spot. Bobsla Snow Drift Kart. Closing out this list in style, the Bobsla Snow Drift Kart defines extreme fun on snow. Created by an Austrian startup, it's built specifically for drifting, letting you slide and spin through snowy curves like a video game racer. It's fully electric, delivering 40 horsepower instantly. With its low chassis and wide rear tracks, it stays stable even during hard drifts and tight turns. The acceleration is brutal for such a small machine, and with no engine noise, all you hear is snow ripping beneath you as you slide. The design is futuristic, with an open cockpit, sport steering wheel, and reinforced suspension ready for jumps and wild maneuvers. It's so compact you can haul it in a van or trailer, perfect for resort trips or private snow tracks. The Bobsla has become a sensation in European ski resorts, offering tourists a thrill far beyond traditional skiing. There's even an unofficial snow drift championship featuring nothing but these karts. Today we traveled through the world of the most insane off-road mini snow vehicles ever built. From DIY garage beasts to futuristic snow karts, each with its own story, power, and personality. These aren't just machines, they're legends that make it possible to live, work, and have fun in places most people wouldn't even dare to step foot. Now tell us in the comments, which one would you want in your garage? Which of these would you love to pilot on a freezing morning carving through fresh snow? If you love this kind of content, Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because every week we bring you the most incredible machines that dominate ice, snow, and extreme winter terrain. See you in the next video.